welcome to today's episode of This is Karike podcast. Today I'm joined by Yukis. So how are you, my friend?
I'm really good, thank you, Ilkay. I'm just on my way to skiing.
Yeah.
You know, the weather is quite wet, but they still have some snow in the...
So you lost the sun. You saw the sun about there's a sun no more. So you're going to do some skiing.
Yeah.
Yeah, enjoy a skiing day, mate.
Thank you. How are you?
Fun then. Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you very much for asking. Yeah, I'm doing well. You know, quite busy days, but yeah, everything is fine for now. So, sorry, I said everything is fine for now, but except Fenerbahce, you know, as a Fenerbahce fan, very disappointing and feeling very broke, you know, for the team's performance. You know, the first half of the Turkish Super League is over, and it's why. Unfortunately, we are in the 7th league on the league table, so that's very terrible. You know. Yeah, I mean, we can say that's the worst Fenerbahce in the history. Unfortunately, I mean, I'm saying about football, of course, talking about football.
Yeah.
So what I thought about Fenerbahce's performance in the first half of the Turkish Super League, definitely terrible. But I bet you got something to say about it.
Well, yeah, you know, it was terrible, but the good thing about being terrible is that, you know, we can only go forward now, you know, up,
No,
back.
I really admire the way you can find you can find positivity in everything, you know, in such a terrible situation like that, you still find a positive thing.
Yeah, and you know, I'm quite optimistic because we got Ersun Yanal, you know, transfer window is opening, and we are still in Europa League and in Turkish Cup, so you know there are still some cups to win this season if everything goes well. So I'm optimistic. You know, I'm not. Of course, we are not going to win the league, and probably we are not going to even be in the top 5, even we would reach like 40 points from 17 games, but still, you know, I think everything will be better from now on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very cool. Like, yeah, you said we got Arsenal now, so yeah. So, I mean, how do you think his performance for Fenerbahce for now already?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think we have been much better now. We have created much more chances under Ersun Yanal, but we have been a bit unlucky. And of course, you know,
yeah, I mean,
you know, we probably are needing someone a bit more clinical. But I'm still trusting Soldado. Mm-hmm. You know, even if we are not able to sign any strikers, I think Soldado will score.
I think so. I mean, I think Arsenal will use Soldado. You know, I mean, more than Slimani or Frey. I think he likes Soldado very much better. And he's in the charge for just three games, as I remember. So, do you already like his football, like the way he plays the team?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I do.
You think he's he is just, as I said, he's in the charge for 3 games, and you think he's the best coach for this season compared to Koku or Carmen?
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. And I think when he's able to, you know, install the right mentality to the players, you know, we will start gaining much more points.
Mm-hmm.
It will be, you know, I think after the break we are a very different team, and if Ersun Yanal would be able to get like his type of forwards bit faster.
Right?
Yeah, I think we're gonna see more goals. Like he used to use 3 forwards at the same time. So we had
Kite.
Kite, Bebo. They were all 4 playing.
That team was something else, man. You know, like he got Meralish and Emre Belözoğlu in the midfield. So that team was something else. So yeah, that was very special team he had, and he won the league on the April. Let's remember that again.
Yeah.
Well, as you said, definitely. We know Arsenal's football. You know, he likes playing he likes using fast footballers, like as you said, MNK, so that type of, and also very hard-working players like Kite. And I mean, when you just look at the team, today's team, I think that there are not much type of Arsenal footballers, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we are like having huge trouble with that financial fair play problems. I mean, we would even face a huge ban from UEFA, for a very long time. So, I mean, would you take that risk? If let's say we still sign some players, but we get banned from Europe football. So, I mean, would you be okay for you? Because I think then the team would focus more on the league, right? That's why fans want right now. That's what the coach thinks right now. I mean, winning the league and getting back to the good days. But for this, I mean, you need to sign footballers, and if you want to sign footballers, you need to sell some. If you don't want to have problems with UEFA, you need to sell players to get some. But I don't know if we can sell anyone from this team, unfortunately. Like, there are rumors about Elif Elmas being linked with Lazio for 15 million euros. Yeah, that's good money, but we saw Giuliano and Joseph and Fernandao, in the beginning of this season, and we signed some footballers as well, but we are not doing well. So this is a huge risk as well, So would you take that risk?
Well, sometimes you need to sacrifice, to gain things, and I wouldn't be mad, if we overspent a little bit and got 1 year ban from UEFA. If we could then build a winning team faster, and next season we would battle for the title. I wouldn't be mad. I would be willing to see what happens. And what comes to Elmas, I wouldn't sell him for 15. It's still
That's what I was about to ask you. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to keep him because he's only 18 and he's so good. He hasn't been performing perfectly this season.
Yeah, I mean, he's working hard. And I tweeted something like he's not improving. That's what I see. But he's working hard. He's talented. But the thing I'm afraid of, that he couldn't improve himself in the Turkish Super League, because there were really good and amazing young talents back in the days in the Turkish Super League, but they all got disappeared, So I'm afraid the same thing would happen to Elif Elmas. So I was thinking maybe we would loan him to a Europa team, if it's possible, then he could improve himself. But then I remember Salih Uchanting, he went to Roma on loan for 2 seasons. He came back, nothing has changed. He even lost, some of his skills. I'm afraid, and I'm sorry to say that, but that's the facts, right? So
yeah. But I think Salih isn't such a good professional like Elmas is.
He's
working hard.
Yeah, he didn't take this seriously. He didn't take this chance really well, because he went that Roma team that was like Daniele De Rossi, Francesco Totti. He played with players like Pjanic, Nainggolan. I was expecting him to learn something from these lads, but unfortunately, and it is very sad to say that, but he has failed, in my opinion. So I think maybe sending Elif Elmas online is something else, but he's a starter for Fenerbahce right now. He's a starter for Fenerbahce Football Club, and he's working hard. And I hope he will improve himself in the Turkish Super League. Let's see what will happen. But definitely, I wouldn't sell him for 15 million euros as well, because if you sell him for 15 million euros, I'm sure Lazio will sell him like around 50 million euros 2 years later.
Yeah.
So we would be definitely very regret that.
And I think Elmas has been better when he has been in more attacking positions. Like when he has been attacking midfielder, he has done very well. He's finding the spaces between the.
I think he shouldn't be a playmaker. Let Mete be a playmaker if he's fit. or someone else. But Elif is not that much. Like as you said, he's like more like offensive football. He likes playing attacking football. But he should definitely. That's my suggestion to Elif. If he's listening to the episode, man, please work on your shoots. That's his weakness. That's what I think. He got that. He like that Erzurumspor match. He's missed really 2 goals. He should work on his shoots. That's what I suggest. If he gets better at shooting, he will be like unbelievable. Because you will tell him like maybe more than 15 million euros, he will be very, very good. That's what I think his weakness is shooting. So as much as he works on it, he will be better. That's what I believe so. And also like we talked about our performance in the first half of the season, very, very bad, unfortunately. And I can't blame Coleman for his poor performance, but I'm sorry that said about Koku failed very I wasn't expecting Koku to fail that much worse and that much badly. I was expecting him to do well actually, but so we saw that once again. Like Dutch managers, they don't work well in.
I hope we learn now.
It doesn't work in Turkish league, it doesn't work. So that's another lesson as well.
I hope we have learned our lesson now, and we don't sign anymore.
I'm very sure we have learned. Not just Fenerbahce, all these Turkish teams, they got this lesson too. So now I want to go on another subject. But there are many, as we are at the transfer windows, about to open soon. So and of course there are many rumors, and the craziest rumor I've seen is on the papers. It was Mario Balotelli to Fenerbahce. Yeah, that crazy fella to Fenerbahce. So, you think it is a possible move? Do you think he's the type of player who Arsenal would like to work with?
Well, I hope not. I don't think anyone wants to work with him. And we don't get enough penalties.
Fast striker, right? I don't think Balotelli is one of those fast strikers. His shooting is incredible. He's a like tall striker. He's finishing with his header, and his finishing is very good. He's a good header as well. But I don't think he's like that fast striker Arsenal would like to see at Fenerbahce.
No, he's way too lazy. Ersun Yanal still wants his forwards to press, and I don't think Balotelli would be willing to do that.
He will say, "Nah, I won't press, man. I don't press. I'm bored."
Yeah.
He will just chilling on the pitch.
And we don't get enough penalties for him to score a lot of goals, because I don't know, does he ever score other goals?
Yeah, he can score some crazy goals, we have seen that before.
At times.
Yeah, sometimes he can score crazy goals, but he's not that much, like his discipline is another problem, He would, yeah.
And I think this season he hasn't scored a single goal in French league, so I wouldn't really go for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember Arsenal. I have heard something that when Arsenal came to Fenerbahce first in 2014, he was asked who he would like to work with, Cardozo or Emenike, because Cardozo was playing for Benfica back in those days. So, and he scored against us 2 goals, right, in the semi-finals of Europa League when we faced Benfica.
Yeah.
So Arsenal was asked if he wants to work with Cardozo or Emenike, because Fenerbahce board also made agreements with both of the footballers, but they told them to wait, because they were told that they were going to ask the coach who would like to work with. But Arsenal said bring Emenike back, he didn't want to get Cardozo. Just what I heard, maybe.
Yeah, it was a right decision at that time. Emenike was on fire.
That choice won the league, won the league, because Emenike was in his prime, and he had his best days. He was a beast, in those days.
Yeah, he was, like, I don't know, maybe 13 goals and 10 assists, and
Ama that
impossible
Kite,
to
Emenike,
stop.
Weber combine was amazing. They scored like more than 50 goals or something. Just four of those guys, like they had team to get 50 goals or something like that. Crazy statistics. So
I think Everton will want someone similar, someone fast, strong.
Yeah. So you think Balotelli, and you don't want to see Balotelli in Fenerbahçe, as I understand.
No.
Because you were like, no, please no. I hope not.
No, I want the players to have a bit better mentality.
No. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen as well. It's just rumors. And another, I'm sure you've seen something crazy on Twitter, like, and there was people were saying that this is going to happen. That's for sure. Our another fairly young star, Ozan Tufan, to Beşiktaş. They were talking about the swap deal between Fenerbahçe and Beşiktaş for Tolga, and between Ozan Tufan and Tolga Arslan. There are really strong rumors about that, and they keep telling that this deal. Fenerbahçe, the clubs made a deal, but the thing is, they're about to make deals with footballers, So you think it will be a good swap deal for Fenerbahçe, getting Tolga and sending Ozan Tufan to Beşiktaş?
Yeah, probably because Ozan Tufan isn't playing for us anyways. He's training with the youngsters, and I don't know what is the thing with him, because he's really great talent. He was such a great talent.
Yeah. He got the talent, but he can't use it. I don't know. What's wrong with him? But probably he's too busy with going out in the nights. Like going out to clubs or something. That's very sad to see that a talent like him, is destroying his own career. He's still young, and when we signed him, I was very happy, and I was thinking he will become a very good footballer, and we signed him for 7 million euros, and that's a flop. Unfortunately, he has failed. He only, I think, the only manager who always was like trying to use Ozan was Pereira and Advocat. Aykut Kocaman, he didn't use him. Even he was not on the bench in some games. And when Koku came in, he was like, I don't want this lad. So he was out of the squad. So I think the problem is the player. Because we changed coaches, and none of them really was a fan of Ozan Tufan.
Yeah, it must be something to do with his attitude, because he has the talent. He would be even in our starting lineup, I think, if it was only about talent.
Yeah.
But it is not so.
It's about his personal life, I guess, as you said. His personal life. I think his personal life isn't very good. I guess. The club, the club knows about everything. The club knows about everything. I think they heard something. They always hear something, and they do some changes. They act like that. So I think it's about his personal life and something like that. Because as you said, if it's about his talent, he will definitely start. He will definitely be a starter for Fenerbahçe. But now he's out of the squad, training with our youth team, and is about to leave Fenerbahçe. What do you think about Tolga?
Well, he's not so visible. When we have played against Beşiktaş, I haven't really paid too much notice on him. But I think, he would be quite a good probably he could be quite good, like anchorman. He could, he's a good passer of the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about him, but the swap deal I would take it now because Ozan Tufan isn't playing anyways. But you know more about Tolgai.
Yeah, you sound you're like, okay, you got the knowledge, please tell. I was like, oh no. Yeah, I mean, Tolga is good football. I mean, he's not very good at helping teams score. Not a good assister or not a good scorer. He doesn't do that, but he's a workhorse in the midfield. And that's something good. I mean, he can be a good controller of the midfield. He's fast actually, and he can press well. And as I see, he got that ambition too. So as you said, we are not using Ozan anyway, so it will be a good deal. Let's try Tolga. Why not? It will be a free transfer. Well, we will be losing yet 7 million euros, but at least we will get a player for this money. Because at the end of Ozan Tufan's contract, he will be leaving for free. So we'll be definitely losing 7 million euros, but now it will be like we will sign in Tolga for 7 million euros. So I think it will be a very good deal in my opinion.
Well, let's hope it happens then.
Yeah, I think it's going to happen. I don't know, but I think it is going to happen.
If it happens, who would be in your midfield then for Fenerbahce? Would it be like Tolgai, Elmas, Jailson?
Well, I think if Ekiji can stay fit, if he stays fit, my midfield will be Jailson, Ekiji, and Elmas. I will use Tolgai on the bench, and I will give him some play minutes in the second half definitely. When we are out of energy in the midfield, it will be very good. Tolgai from coming off the bench will be very, very useful. In the Turkish Super League, it will be very useful. So my midfield will be Jailson, and if Ekiji stays fit, Ekiji then Elmas. So what's yours?
Yeah, that sounds good. I would like to see Elmas staying in our starting lineup because at least in the league, because we are not going, like I said earlier, to win the league. So I would, love to see Elmas getting a lot of chances and developing himself. Next season he would be much better.
True. Yeah.
And Jailson is already, he started a bit slowly, but now I think he has been, before he got the ban, he was really good.
He was real good, yeah, he was real good. And Benzia, I wanna mention Benzia here. While we are talking about our midfielders, he was a fan favorite in the beginning of the season. His performance against Beşiktaş. It was like the fans went crazy. He was doing some skills. He was playing with those Beşiktaş players. But now he's one of the players that the fans don't want to see in the team. So I see some fans saying that send him back, send him away, where he came from. Same as is some Slimani. The fans were expecting some huge things from Slimani when he has arrived to Fenerbahce, and at the beginning of the season, the fans were like, okay, this is the striker we need. But now they're very, very unhappy with those footballers' performances. So, what do you think about Benzia and Islam Slimani? Do you think the Fenerbahce fans are right about doing that? Yeah.
Well, I think Benzia is again one of those players who would have all the skills, to be a really good player.
But he's a very skillful player and he's a very good footballer. I agree with that. But I don't think he's he's not like a team playing football. He's not a team player.
That's right. And as much as I like his skills, I don't think he's very helpful for us. So if it's possible, send him back. And if we get tall guy, I think it would be fine.
Yeah, exactly, I agree with that. And what about Slimani?
Well, he works hard. That's the thing I like about him. He presses the defense a lot, and he has good stamina. He's working hard, but
But his finishing is terrible. I mean, his finishing is bad.
Yeah. That's
very bad, actually.
That's very bad. Normally I wouldn't mind. If the player misses one or two chances, if he scores one, that's fine, because that's also something the striker. I give credit to Slimani that he can find those spaces and get himself to scoring positions. But he should score at least one in a game from the.
He scored just 3 or 4. Yeah, he scored 5 or 6 goals or something like that, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm not mad if he stays. As he's not bad for the team chemistry or the team morale. I think he might be quite good guy as well. But if it's possible to send him away and we can get someone better, I would be happy. Yeah.
As you said, he's strong. His strength is very good. He does passing very good, but it doesn't help team to win the match. If you don't score, the fans want you to score some goals. And I seen Frey got injured, but I seen in the Christmas week Frey was training by himself. I really like that. I'm sure you've seen that video too on Twitter. Frey was doing some training, just alone on the pitch. I was like, he's young, and that's why I like Frey. He likes he's a workhorse as well. He works hard, and hard work always pays off. I'm sure he will get his chances and he will score some goals. He already scores goals.
Yeah.
I would rather use Frey than Slimani as a starter. But I think Arsenal will use Soldado more than Frey and Slimani as a starter. I think Soldado is the first choice for Arsenal. I mean, actually, Frey was injured when Arsenal has signed for us, right? So he actually didn't have a chance to use Frey. So let's see what will happen when Frey gets fit.
Yeah, I also like Frey. His body language and his willingness to fight. I don't think he will never ever be like a 15-20 goal striker. He will be like 10 goal striker. But I still like him. He doesn't really have any special qualities. I think he's not so fast. Yeah, his positioning isn't great. He's not, really good finisher. But still,
the thing is, he's 23 or 24, right? Frey is.
Yeah.
Not that much old. He can still improve himself.
Yeah, and he can be a really good backup striker for us.
Yeah. I would keep him on the bench. He came in and scored some goals in the last minute winner. Yeah, that would be good. And one more question before we end this podcast, Lucas. What about our defending this season? We considered many goals, and our defense looks shaking. They don't know. It seems like they don't know what to do. There's a communication problem between the defenders. Very very easy mistakes.
Yeah.
Which will hurt us. Do you have some words to say about our defenders and defending tactic?
Well, I think we need one or two central defenders. Like we have needed for a couple of years now.
Yeah,
but for some reason, I think we need one really good, like a starter to play alongside at Skirtle. Someone who can read the game well, like Kia did.
And someone tough, someone who
someone
tough football, hard football.
I think that can fix already quite a lot, because even though Roman is a great guy, I don't think he should be a starter for us.
Yeah, his personality is great. He's a cool man, but I mean, he did some mistakes. But we have the same defense last year. And actually our defending was not that much bad last year when we had Aykut Kocaman. So I do think it is the difference of the coaches, right? Because Aykut Kocaman loves playing defensive football. So I think this is his Aykut Kocaman's strongest football.
That of course affects. Yeah, that affects a lot, because in the beginning of last season we also conceded, I think maybe 10 almost like own goals. We just passed the ball to the opponent strikers or something. But then Aykut Kocaman was able to fix the defense, but it was at the cost of the attacking. Like I think the main thing why Aykut Kocaman and why Koku and Koeman all wanted to try this possession-based game is, just to keep the ball for not to concede.
If you keep the ball too much in Turkish Super League, this doesn't work. This doesn't good.
Yeah, and it will cost at some point, because 1 or 2 times you're gonna lose it anyways, and then when you are very likely to concede. I think with the Ersun, the best way is just to score more goals than the opponent, and that will.
Yeah. Also, the thing is, we had Joseph last season.
Yeah,
he had a huge role in defensive.
Massive.
Yeah, he had a huge role in defense.
Yeah, that's a massive aspect. Like Joseph and Giuliano, they were quality players. Like really.
Yeah.
Really, so much quality in those two, and we miss them a lot.
Yeah. So I think the first thing we should do in this transfer window is it must be signing a new centre back.
Yeah.
And depending on Skirtle's contract, it will end this summer. So if he stays, that's okay. I mean, he's a quality defender, and if we can find a defender who is in his quality, I'm sure there will be a good couple. Like remember when we had Kaya?
Yeah.
Skirtle and Kaya, they were a good couple in the defense.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, that would be something. Who knows? Well, probably he's playing so well for Sevilla as well. So we are not going.
It's not possible. I don't think he's coming back. It's not possible. That's we miss Kaya. I mean, he did really well for us, and he's a very amazing defender. We see that wherever he goes. I knew Kaya before he has joined Fenerbahce. He was playing for Lille. He has played for other teams. He played in Italy as well. He has been very good wherever he went. Very quality, very good lad, and we miss him. I got emotional.
Yeah.
Well, I think, you were telling me something about Serdar Aziz. Former. We can.
Yeah.
I think it's official that he is now free agent.
Yeah, I guess Galatasaray is releasing him.
So he's a free agent. Would you welcome him?
Well, he's a quality player. The thing that worries me is his injury record, and also the reason why Galatasaray is getting rid of him. You cannot act like that. It's not really professional to say, I'm sick and then go to
holiday. Yeah, Maldives.
Yeah.
What kind of sickness is that? I want that too.
Yeah. So that's a worrying point.
Mm-hmm.
But still, he's really quality defender. He can score goals from corners.
But he also does lots of mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy mistakes. Like I remember he did just against 3 or 4 easy mistakes, a few mistakes he did. Like remember when he did last season, Janssen has scored, but the ref said it was foul. That was a mistake.
Yeah.
And he also did that mistake when we beat Galatasaray 2-0 when one person scored 2 goals, and he did that. He missed multi, and Joseph was there. Joseph won us penalty, and Sardar Aziz was there too. That was his mistake. Just those mistakes I remember, but I'm sure he does lots of mistakes, so it will be risky to sign him. But the thing is, he's a free agent, but he has injury records too. I mean, if we sign him, like if he accepts lower than 1.5 million euros per year, yeah, I mean that would be a good deal. Like we did with Tolga Ciğerci, so it would be a good deal. But also his character is like, I remember what he did when this season's derby match. When the things went crazy. There was a chaos. The players were coming on after Gelson. So Sardar did some crazy things as well. So I don't think Fenerbahce fans would really welcome him.
Yeah, I would rather have this Puyol from Malatya.
Yeah. You were talking about what was his name? Sagıp or something like
Sadik.
that. Sadik. Yeah. Yeah, that's Puyol, that Turkish Puyol. He's a nice defender actually. He's okay for as a bench defender. I don't think he will be a starter for us. Fenerbahce's quality shouldn't be that much low in my opinion. He's a good player, but not in the level of Fenerbahce. That's what I think. Because this team has seen defenders like Kaya, Lugano, Uche, Skrtel. So when you see those players, you can't really say that Sadik will be a starter for Fenerbahce. Like because remember we have signed some Turkish centre backs back in the days, like big example Serdar Kesemal. We signed him with a huge expectation. People were saying like he would have been a really one of the best defenders in the Turkish Super League, but he just failed. He didn't even play for Fenerbahce. I don't think he just played a few games. Then when his contract was over, he was just he left the club.
But if he would be like Egemen, then I would be quite happy.
But Egemen was something else, man. He was playing. His physique was amazing, and wherever the thing I like about Egemen, he's a fighter,
Yeah.
He has played for Trabzonspor and Beşiktaş as well. But wherever he went, he played with his heart, He put his heart on it, He was a fighter, and that's why people respect that, and that's why they don't hate him.
Yeah, he was good. So if this Puyol Sadik would be.
He will be a good deal because I don't think we will pay good money for him. It will be like around 1 million euros or something. So it will be a good deal. I would like to see Sadik at Fenerbahce.
Maybe a swap deal, Atif for them, man.
Yeah, maybe a swap. We have many players to send away, like Atif Dirar. We got. Yeah. That's then we'll see. I think some surprising moves will happen in this transfer window.
Yeah, definitely. I
very
think
excited
we have
for
9
this.
million or something spent.
Yeah, and very excited, and I can't wait for it, man. But to be honest, I would like to see Robinho at Fenerbahce, but Başakşehir already got him because I was a huge fan of Robinho when he came out. He was playing for them. I really liked it when he was doing some skills, And he's old. He's 35 or something, but he's a very
but you cannot see it. Like he's still really
got it.
good.
He still got it, man. He still got it. He's still a good player. and those type of players will always do well into Turkish Super League, you know, because they have seen the Premier League. If you sign a player who has played for the Premier League, he will be always successful in the Turkish Super League. We got examples like Drogba for Galatasaray, you know. We got Kayt, we got Meirelles, you know. Başakşehir got Adebayor, now Robinho, you know. Those players did well in the Turkish Super League. Like Eto'o for Antalyaspor.
Yeah, it's. But I think the best that now at the moment, probably Premier League is not the best place for us to look for the players. Nowadays, fees are so high and the salaries are sky high.
And we could also face a ban from Europe, UEFA.
Yeah.
So yeah, but some those, you know, those people on Twitter, like famous people who does like who gives transfer rumors to the people, you know, and some of them I see one of them, I don't remember his name, but he's a Beşiktaş fan. He was posting some emojis about Fenerbahçe, and I think he was trying to say we are looking for a player in the Premier League, you know. We are in talks with a footballer who plays in the Premier League. Do you think it will be Mesut Özil?
No, I don't think.
Well, he's facing some problems. I think he's facing some problems with Arsenal. You know, he got too much pressure from the media, which I think is like unfair. You know,
Yeah.
they go too much on Mesut Özil. You know, and I don't like this, to be honest. He doesn't deserve this. He's a top lad and very very quality player. And the last game for Arsenal, I think he did a crazy assist to Kolasinac. So, but the media still is not happy with Özil's performance, I guess. So he's always welcome to Fenerbahçe.
Of course. But I think before he signed a new contract, there was a better chances.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, everyone, you know, we got Ali Koç, so everything is possible. I know, everything can happen. Even some say it's Cesc Fabregas from Chelsea.
Yeah, why not?
But I think that will happen, you know, because he's on 34 or 33, something like that, and he's not a starter for Chelsea anymore, as I know. So, and yeah. What do you think will he still suit the Turkish Super League well?
Sorry?
Do you think Fabregas will do well in the Turkish Super League? He's the type of player who can do well in the Super League.
Well, he could. Of course, it's not. I wouldn't say it's for sure because he hasn't played so much.
Yeah, I worry about his injuries as well.
Yeah, but I would be willing to, if he's like free and the salaries aren't so high, like 2 years contract. Why not?
Yeah.
But but at the moment, I think the most important would be center back and forward.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we need right now. Definitely center back and the striker. And if it's possible, if Benzia, let's say Benzia leaves the club and goes back to his team, I think we would need a midfielder. Maybe we can loan someone else. Yeah, and maybe they say even Fellaini to Fenerbahçe.
Yeah, but I think for years I have think that he would do really well in Super League.
Yeah, last 2 years he has been linked with Galatasaray, Beşiktaş, and Fenerbahçe on the newspapers.
Yeah, and if he would be played like he was in Everton.
Oh no, definitely we wouldn't get him then. He was a bit.
But we will see. I think if we sign him, he will be good for us. But
he will be. Yeah, he will suit
it's also
very well.
With him. Yeah, he also signed a new contract, so I don't know if we can loan him. That would be good, but I wouldn't pay a lot of money for him.
Definitely not. I wouldn't pay that much money for Fellaini too. So let's just keep our eyes on the new transfer window, and let's see what's going to happen. I'm very excited about this. And thank you very much for joining me, because it's been almost 1 hour.
Thank you.
Yeah, time flies fast. Yeah.
Time always flies with you.
And yeah, thank you, man. I hope our team will do very well in the second half of the season.
Yeah, let's hope. I believe.
Yeah, and I'm sure Arsenal knows what to do, and the team is preparing well for the second half of the season, and at least I hope we will get ourselves somehow into the top 5 at the end of the season.
Well, that would be great. And win Turkish Cup and go quite far in Europa League.
Yeah, I think Arsenal will be focusing on taking the Turkish Cup more than on other coaches. And once again, thank you very much, mate, and have a very beautiful day. Enjoy your skiing. And to the people,
thank you.
To the people, see you in the next episode. Peace out.
See ya.